I'm William Haas, and let's clear up the USA view. HRC warns LGBTQ plus Americans are disappearing under Trump, unveils a plan to fight back. As President Donald Trump begins his second term, the Human Rights Campaign says queer Americans are retreating from public life. And it's time to push back. Speaking in Washington, D.C., HRC President Kelley Robinson said fear is shaping our daily lives. Parents hide who they are at their children's schools. Workers shrink themselves to keep their jobs. And couples think twice before holding hands on the street. Robinson said, quote, "These are harrowing times. The emergency that we warned about is no longer a warning. It is the reality that we are living inside," end quote. HRC released 2 reports outlining both damage and a strategy for resistance. Nearly half of the LGBTQ plus adults say they are less out now than a year ago. More than half said they are less visible. 2/3 transgender and nonbinary people report difficulty accessing health care. Robinson's accused administration nationalized culture war policies that weaken civil rights and public health protections. HRC new playbook urges candidates to go on the offense, reject fear-based messaging, and lead with shared values. After the event, Robinson had a message for the LGBTQ plus people, pulling back from public life, quote, "You are enough. Every day that you show up being exactly who you are is as much resistance as you've got to have." This is a shame that, we're in 2026 and we're still fighting for basically equal rights again, all over again. And people should not live in fear in our country. People should want to come here and you should feel safe. This should be a country where people just, they're free to be you and me.
Right. And the intimidation is intentional. And of course, you've got to be safe. But for those who feel like they can risk it or that they have to risk it, being out, being who you are, celebrating who you are, that's our biggest weapon, because what they want is to erase us. And so if all we can do is not be erased, that's something. And so, we're here. They're not getting rid of us. And we need not let them delude themselves into thinking they're getting rid of us.
Mm-hmm. Well, they want us to think twice before we step out of our homes and be visible. They want us to fear our neighbors. And I think a revolutionary act in these times is to be unafraid.
Exactly.
So if we could just be unafraid, even if that's just affirming to ourselves that we are, as you say, Pastor, created in God's image. Mm-hmm. I am created in God's image. I'm going to step out of this house and I'm going to do everything that I can to keep myself safe, but also know that, maybe there's somebody upstairs watching. So hopefully that's the case.